What's up, guys? It is Celeb back again for another review. This time around, we're here to review a pretty fantastic game. Something that I was very excited when it got announced, and I'm sure a lot of other old school gamers were excited as well as I was. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classic. So, this arcade classic is a love letter to fans of classic arcade games. Coming from somebody that has been gaming for over 30 years, I am very excited to say that this is a wonderful addition to people that want to go back and play some of their favorite classic fighting games. So first off, I got to say big shout out to Capcom for giving us the opportunity of checking out this game. I am overjoyed to say that this has brought back some amazing memories and nostalgia from my childhood. So the games that are part of this collection are Marvel Comics X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Comics Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, as well as the one and only side-scrolling phenomenon that it is, The Punisher. So, I'm going to tell you guys, I am shocked. I am excited. The Punisher is something that came out a long time ago. The Punisher came out in 1993. Just to put that into reference for some of you all, that was 31 years ago. 31 years ago. That's so crazy to me to think that that game came out 31 years ago. I was 6 years old when this game came out. And I'm going to tell you, I remember getting this game at my local video store, JJ Videos, and I was so overjoyed playing this game. It was really, really crazy, to say the least. It's a great side scroller. It is fantastic. And of course, in this collection, it just brings back pure nostalgia. And one of those things that makes this even a better experience than previously is the fact that they have a new feature added to the game that you can play it online co-op or even offline co-op with Nick freaking Fury. So it's so great. It's so amazing. I've been very, very excited playing this. But overall, let's go. And I've told you guys, you got to just deal with it because I kind of freak out in some of these reviews and I sound like a big game freak. But you guys have got to understand, a lot of these games are games that meant a lot to me and meant a lot to a lot of my friends whenever we were younger. It really was different back in the day. I hope you guys understand that this is not a bad thing. Of course, online gaming is great. The way the games industry is moving is unbelievable, but sitting down and having pure couch co-op fun or going to the arcade and playing with your friends, it was something very different, man. It really was. So one game that's always been a testament to just what was great about gaming back in the day was, The Punisher, of course, the side-scroller phenomenon it was. But then one game that just blew my mind whenever it came out was X-Men Children of Atom. And it's such a great fighting game. It's so fun from start to finish. I will tell you this, for anybody that is wanting to play, these games, I'm not really going to go into in depth of like the difference in the scaling or the difference in the heavy hits or how different it feels compared to the original, so on and so forth. I'm just going to talk about the vibes of the entirety of this package, and I'm going to tell you, it's a full-on vibe itself, dude. Like, it brings back such amazing feelings, emotions, vibes, and this collection not only offers amazing gameplay, amazing new features. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Let's review these features. Let's talk about the features overall. So the new features, of course, is the new online play. So you got the casual matches, ranked matches, and custom matches. You know, in the Punisher, you have the online co-op and spectating that you could do. You know, friends could watch you play the game. They got the high score challenges, the training mode, which is brand new for this and a lot of different games. The marquee cards is what just, oh man, it almost brought a tear to my eye. So the marquee cards, if you don't know, the marquee cards are what used to sit under the joysticks, under that little bit of glass that was on these arcades. So you can look at the original arcade releases of the marquee cards at any point in time while you're playing. So you can literally go, like, if you're in the middle of a match, you can go onto the marquee cards, and they have the original scans of the marquee cards from the games. And it shows you how to do the tricks, like, you know, Spider-Man's web ball, Captain America's shield slash, you know, or classics like Hadouken from Ryu or whatever, you know, and it's not just a list. It is the original marquee cards. And like, it was, dude, it was so, it kind of gave me goosebumps whenever I watched it, because it made me think, like, that was 30 plus years ago. That was 31 years ago or 30 years ago, when some of these games came out. And oh, man, it goes to show. I've said this multiple times in these Capcom reviews that I've done. Capcom is showcasing their testament of fandom. That's what they're showcasing with these games, especially with Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. They're showing the testament of really how it's supposed to be done, how you're supposed to make remakes, how you're supposed to think about what is something that the fans are going to really love if we re-release this collection. This is how you do it. And not only does it have, you know, not only does it have the marquees, not only does it have quality of life features, like the one of the biggest and best things about it is that you could change the filters and recreate the visuals that you experience from the arcade. Like, and it's not just one filter or two filters. Like, you can make it full screen, you can make it 4:3, 16:9. You could, you know, change the marquee, like, side pieces to where it actually is like art. You could change the filter on there to where it looks either very clear or it has the old school scanline effects with multiple different versions on there. And to add to that, they added the whole, like, pause and unpause single player experiences with quick saves, which has never been done in this, especially with these old classics. Like, this is the epitome of what a classic fighting collection is supposed to be. They also have the take on challenges. They have the ability of taking on challenges with the fighting awards. So with these fighting awards, you can add, you can actually get these awards by doing certain challenges in the game and kind of show it off to your friends, so on and so forth. There is all different types of customization for the, you know, controller setting as well, with the difficulty settings. And then lastly, I got to say, one of the biggest and best amazing things about this is the gallery. So in the gallery, not only do you get to see some posters and some original game art, you get to see original design documents. You get to see instruction cards, music from the original releases of the game. Like, this is stuff that I have never seen. And to be honest, I don't think a lot of people have ever seen. But these are scans of the original design documentation of the concepts of the game, the original released art. I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked. Like, and the fact that this collection is only $49, and the amazing announcement that not only is it going to have crossplay, and not only is it coming to Nintendo Switch, but it's also in 2025, this version and the Fighting Collection Part 2 are coming to Xbox, which a lot of people were upset that it originally wasn't announced to be coming to Xbox, but now it is. Like, Capcom will go down, I'm telling you guys, as one of the best development studios for fans. It is apparent that they are a studio for fans by fans of video games. And this collection, to get it back into that, so I'm sorry for, gushing about how amazing Capcom is, but this game feels so good. Playing games like Children of Atom, Clash of the Superheroes, which is, the first Marvel vs. Capcom, or the first actually, revealed kind of named Marvel vs. Capcom. And then Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighters, X-Men versus Street Fighters, The Punisher. All these games wrapped into one big giant package that has amazing additions. That gives you the opportunity of doing full spectator modes in classic matches. That gives you the opportunity of playing one of the in my opinion, I played this game 30 years ago. The Punisher was such a great classic beat 'em up game that I used to play so much. Any chance I got. My mom didn't ever give me a chance to buy it because she thought it was violent, but she said every once in a while I could rent it from the video store. So I would go and I would get this Punisher game and I would play it from, the morning of the weekend to the night of the weekend, because that was really the only times I could play video games. Mom was pretty strict about that. So, but I've just got to say, guys, like, this is a package. This is how you re-release a classic game, still give it that classic feel, make it not feel like it's bogged down by, old aspects of the game. It feels fresh. It feels new. It feels like you can finally share the love that you had for these classic games with your friends in its classic settings, in the way that it's supposed to be played. So not only with crossplay, but you can sit down with your friends and couch co-op, play games like The Punisher, beat the heck out of your friends in games like Marvel versus Capcom's, Street Fighters, Clash of Superheroes, and much more. It is a robust experience. This is the epitome of what an actual collection is supposed to be about. One of the things, too, lastly, that I got to say that just really stuck out to me is the overall just visuals of this game. They're stellar, dude. They're stellar. I really don't know how else to say it outside of that. It is a stellar experience for a classic remake to come back and look this dang good from start to finish. There's so much of an so many added features as well, with, the online mode, the gallery, the, so on and so forth. All this just crazy additional stuff that you have in this game that's just like unbelievable. So coming from somebody that is a huge fan of Marvel vs. Capcom and a huge fan of, classic arcade fighting games, this is a package that you definitely have to pick up. The fact that you can get in here, play online in any of these games, play co-op with your friends in a game like The Punisher. One of the biggest games in this collection for me, outside of The Punisher, of course, is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. A roster of 56 characters. 56 characters. Now get this. This is an overview for this game, okay? So I'm going to read this to you. The second entry in the Ultimate Marvel and Capcom crossover series, a roster of 56 characters, and a new 3-on-3 battle added to the new layers to the strategic battles of the series. A brand new team hyper combo system allows for up to 3 characters to all use the hyper combos at one time, giving the player the ability to unleash unbelievable damage. Like, that was never something that you could do in the original release, of course. But the fact that you could do it now, I'm going to tell you, I can't play this game with my friend Bolts because he always used to completely destroy me in Marvel vs. Capcom. It didn't matter if it was Marvel vs. Capcom, 2, it was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if it was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it did not matter. He has always been somebody that has been great at these games, that can just destroy me. But the great thing about these games is that it features classic gameplay that is of couch co-op in a couch co-op setting, and it's just nuts. Like, it's really a great feeling to see these classics be re-released and not overgouged in price, you know, because they could have easily came out with this game and it would have been $69.99 right off the bat. And like, if you pre-order the game, you get, you know, additional costumes that have never been into the game, blah, blah, blah. $49.99 for a amazing collection of 7 games right out the bat that have all these additional features. Now, this game does launch on September 12th on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Steam, and then it is coming to Xbox in 2025, also with a physical version of the game coming for those platforms in 2024, November 22nd of 2024. So I've got to say, as somebody that is a huge fan of classic beat 'em up, amazing experiences, this is a game that you should play. If you are a fan of classic gaming, if you're a fan of just getting a great deal, let's say that. If you're a fan of finding these bundles that are just great deals, this is a bundle that you need to have in your collection so you can go back and play some classic, amazing beat 'em up games and just have fun, dude. Order a pizza, sit down with your friends, and play Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classic. Thank you so much, Capcom, for giving this amazing opportunity to me to check this game out so early. And I got to give a big shout out, of course, as well to Cinelinx for always giving me the amazing opportunities they're giving me. So today, we are giving Marvel vs. Capcom a 5 out of 5. This is one of the best bundled collections of fighting games on the marketplace. So I'm telling you right now, guys, make sure to pick it up when it releases September 12th. Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure to check us out at Cinelinx.com for some of the latest and greatest geek news, movie news, and gaming news. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.